After so many delays, Intel is finally doing it. And this time it is not just a paper launch, but one of the ARC GPUs has officially launched in the market. Stay tuned to know exactly what I'm talking about. If you remember, March was the first time when Intel showed an ARC desktop GPU in a cinematic representation. While it gave us some idea on how the ARC GPUs will look, the event was oriented towards the new ARC-based gaming laptops. Intel was supposed to launch the ARC GPUs in summer, and if you remember, last month Intel did some changes to its website by putting a blank link with anchor as Intel ARC A3 for desktop. However, it removed the link soon. Because of this, many speculated that the ARC GPUs are almost ready and Intel might be releasing some of the GPUs in a couple of weeks. I thought this might not be enough as evidence to speculate the launch date for Intel ARC GPUs, but I was wrong. Intel has officially released a press release where they have launched the ARC A380 GPU in China. The press release talks about its specs as well as gaming performance and other features. The A380 is featuring 6GB of GDDR6 memory on a 96-bit memory bus. It uses ACM G11 GPU chip and consumes only 75 watts. This means that the reference editions might not require an external power connector, but the OC editions are definitely going to use an 8-pin power connector for more power. Gunir has also announced its A380 Photon Gpu, which is claimed to be the first custom ARC GPU ever. As you can see, this GPU looks decent and features dual slot heatsink design with 8-pin power connector. It features dual Gunir fans and 4 output connectors for display. As compared to the reference edition, this GPU is going to feature a 92 watts of TDP and a higher clock speed of 2450 MHz at OC mode compared to 2000 MHz base clock of the reference edition, so we might see some increase in noticeable gaming performance. The company also teased a blurry image of a high-end ARC GPU, possibly the A770 or the A780. And by looking closely, we can see that the card is featuring triple fans and most likely will be a 2.5 slot thick card. Talking about the gaming performance, we had some leaks a few days ago, but not of the A380. Two users got their hands on a gaming laptop with ARC A730M. Benchmarks from both showed that A730M falls somewhere between the RTX 3050 and RTX 3060M. However, as the laptops were benchmarked a few days ago, they were using an unofficial driver. With a brand new update to the ARC graphics driver, the A730M is now fully supported. This means that there must be some room for improvements, and we might see A730M's performance close to RTX 3060M. As for the first ever desktop Intel ARC GPU, the company claims that A380 can provide a smooth 1080p gaming performance at 60 FPS and above. They published a benchmark chart where the tested games include LOL, Moonlight Blade, Naraka Breakpoint and PUBG Battlegrounds, and as you can see, these games go as high as 200 FPS, but it's important to note that the settings were put on medium. Still, the performance is decent for being the weakest GPU in the ARC family. Now, the only reason that can make the ARC A380 a winner in the budget GPU category is its price. Intel has officially priced it at around $150. This is close to the price of AMD's RX 6400, and Intel claims it to be 25% faster than the 6400. However, some more differences need to be taken in account if we want to see which one will be better. The RX 6400 is limited by its PCIe bandwidth, that is, it is logged at X4 on a PCIe Gen 4.0, but the A380 is logged at X8, that gives the latter double bandwidth access and hence minimal bottlenecks. This can also mean that the A380 would be a better choice than both the 6400 and 6500 XT if the user owns a motherboard with PCIe Gen 3.0 interface. If this goes true, then Intel will dominate the budget segment of $150 to $200 price range, and the A380 is looking faster than the 6400 and the GTX 1650 as well. If Intel has launched the A380 in China, we can expect this card to launch worldwide in the coming weeks, and this means that Intel will still have time to prepare and mass produce this GPU, as both Nvidia and AMD are supposedly not going to launch their next gen GPUs before October. As for the processors, Intel is preparing its Meteor Lake CPUs with a completely new design, but it is said that these processors won't be compatible with the current LJ1700 socket. Watch this video right here about the rumored LJ2551 socket that is going to replace the LJ1700 socket by 2024. Also, subscribe for more and I will see you next time.